To kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from... the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, 5:25. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, 59 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson breaks through the contact. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On the double. Mark 55. That's right, baby. They don't want that. Go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the... It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline out. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
51, Sam! Fresno! 51, Sam!
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's airing it out for Sanu. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Hassan Reddick. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
39. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. Got it. Know your job. Check 13. Check. Hey, seam 6. 43. Mike's 43. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan flush to his right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Looking deep for Julio. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Looking for White on the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Arizona. 54 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They run. Devontae Freeman. Brandon Williams, a big tackle, gets him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, South, move. 43 is the mic. Check. Hey, wait. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Hey, keep it moving.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They come out here in the I. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Johnson running right. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 4-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it's blocked. The Falcons have it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. 30, the 20, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready to go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way, work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Ryan keeps it on the sneak, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah. Touchdown, Cardinals! David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. To throw is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 42-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
He's going to launch this thing. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Running from the gun, Johnson. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Throwing on second and long. Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the night, and the Falcons get a bit closer. Ryan, and it's caught, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. So that one will be accepted.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. Johnson on the counter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Murray now on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watch safety grid 61, matchbox lights.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Oh, get him, get him, get him. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Hey, check, check. What is that?
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
No, 51, jump! Slam, slam, slam! Protein spill, go! '43's the mic, boy. 58. Check, check. 43. Ready? Hey, Tuesday. Go, go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches. And his guys are going to go for it. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 54 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
45, Mike, 45.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Got a man open, it's Ricky Seals-Jones. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Falcons grab it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Switch.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, Rick Lance, Blue ready, sit up. Hey, watch it. Undercrush. General West. 51. Lost 43. Hey, South. 43. Get in the weight room. Hey, Foxtrot. 43 is the mic. Watch the pass. Hey, Express. 25.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike, check, 59. Watch the out. Hey. Check it out.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
21. Hey.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Williams in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
He's checking. Crash. 20.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan, and that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Ryan. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. The punter Botcher on now as he gets this one away. Here's Bird to return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Gets past one man. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And a Cardinal first down.
Ready?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
At the 22-yard line.
2 You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They give to Johnson going right. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 22 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready? Like 25. Sweetheart. Check 52. Steph. 43 is the mic. Brilliant. 43 is the mic.
They go play action now. Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
43 is the mic.
Now Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose.
Result of the play, first down and goal.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tavecchio puts this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready? Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm not ready. Check 99, check 99.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Now Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.